everyone, my name is Holden Hardman, this is my lovely fiance Jen, and today we're continuing our journey through Daredevil Season 2 with Daredevil Episode 7. It's been pretty interesting so far, I've been enjoying watching this one with you. How are you feeling going into this episode?
Really anxious. We're at a really pivotal point, I feel like, with the series. The drama of the Punisher coming back into the picture, and then we had the really juicy storyline of Matt and Elektra. The storylines have kind of been combined now, and they are both just equally juicy. They're very good. They've done a good job of keeping us on our toes with both storylines, so I'm really curious to where they're gonna go from here.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinions and whatnot, but let's go ahead and get into it for now. Episode 7.
Look, she's so happy. This is like her dream. Oh yeah.
Punisher? I think he's an animal.
A fascist without the authority. If you ask me, people like Frank Castle ought to be
applauded.
It's such a different, like, you either love him or you hate him.
Yeah.
They couldn't have either of those people on a jury, though.
Where does the insanity end?
This episode's starting off pretty strong.
Over 400 potential jurors have come through this courtroom, so I should tell you.
Jesus.
Finding an impartial jury is not easy.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody has an opinion about Frank Castle.
I feel like trials like this are won with the jury selection. I love Frank Castle.
He's my fave. Oh, he looks so rough.
You know?
What an intro.
I'm no doctor, but I'd say he's at least driven past Crazy Town.
Reyes is just gonna call in some expert shrink witness to blow our case.
Yeah.
What? Castle made a lot of enemies, all right? If he goes into general population, he's as good as dead. I need to get to work on the opening statement, but we need to be sure Castle will get on board with this.
I'll try.
Still not gonna clue her into Elektra.
Or Daredevil. Hiding a lot of things from her. Oh, they're really strict. There's gotta be metal on that bag, though, right? Like a freaking Magneto next to. More iron in your blood. Toad has a wicked tongue, Senator. Probably could use the paper clips to unlock it. Got it.
I think it would help to bring forth someone from your past. Maybe from your military unit, someone who could speak to the nature of your service.
PTSD, huh?
We think it would greatly help with your defense.
Don't do that. It's an insult to them, people who are actually going through it. It wasn't on a battlefield. So where my life went to shit.
You don't cooperate with us? All you will do the rest of your life is rot in a goddamn jail cell.
My OCO.
He likes that little temper.
Maybe I just ought to go back and rot in my goddamn jail cell.
But you haven't done it with me.
That's what she said.
Holden Thomas Hardman.
Sorry.
Sense the serious tone.
Right.
I found a lead.
Elektra's such a pain.
I'm sure I can't do this right now.
I like her.
Check out these dogs at Hell Depots. Might as well have been written in crayon. I think we can poke some holes in
Augie's pretty funny.
He is.
This may be our one chance to translate this letter.
Oh, he's gonna go.
All I want to do is eat Mugu Gai Pan off your body all day.
We're not Chinese.
Whatever. It's all hot tonight.
Wow.
Nega tojalan damin kochi.
Wow.
It's like a slightly more racist Jordan Belford.
What the hell do you want from me?
You were hired by the Yakuza.
Not many professors can afford garage high-rise flats and a revolving door of prostitutes.
What's she gonna do, Philip?
I'll do it! I'll do it! I'll help you!
Probably get some reinforced glass if you're up that high in a high-rise flat.
Especially if you're in the business that he is.
Yeah.
Through the Matrix, you can decode it all.
The Matrix.
Matrix.
Weekly shipments. Next one is tonight at 11. Doesn't say, I swear. I swear. I can't help you anymore.
Kill your decorator.
Where's Matt?
He's working on his opening statements. Did you talk to Castle?
Yeah. He's not having war flashbacks, Foggy. It's just not the truth. Says that Lisa, Frank Jr., and Maria Castle each were killed by a single gunshot. But Frank says there were multiple wounds, different angles, bullet calibers, exit wounds that are too big for a handgun.
It's still their word against Frank's, who was also shot in the head.
Try to be Frank Castle.
to be solely fueled. That nightmare is real. Your family isn't coming back.
We still have no proof that what Frank is saying is the truth. Maybe we expose Reyes and we get the mistrial you've been praying for.
What?
Judas.
Benedict Arnold.
No, last time these guys brought something into town, it was a cargo ship transporting a kid.
Come on, let's go. Let's have a look.
Dirt.
Do they know we're here?
Uh-oh.
You okay?
Relax. Boston, relax. Oof.
It's your lucky day.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What the hell took you so long? Do you think this one was Carl?
Don't they all?
I suppose I'll never have short hair again.
Just remember, you're still with Karen.
Thank you.
Karen Schmerin. You wouldn't want to see them get it on again? I mean, that was the hottest moment of Matt's life, probably.
Be that as it may, he's still in a relationship with Karen.
A committed relationship to Karen, who he's also hiding his true identity.
The relationship's not perfect, but that doesn't mean adding more wrongs to it will help them out.
They should just cut his losses.
Wow.
It takes a lot more to hurt me. You, on the other hand.
Wasn't there in college.
Most of them weren't.
Where did you go, Elektra? The last time we were together.
As far from you as I could.
Boston.
Why didn't you come back?
Because you deserve better.
Oh.
He does, though. She's a manipulator.
Yes, she is.
She takes advantage of people, including Matt.
She cares about him.
No, if she cares about him, she wouldn't do that to him.
I think she's just scared.
She cares about herself. I don't care how scared she
True,
is.
but she also cares about him. She just, obviously it doesn't come out right.
She literally uses him to get something she wants. Professionally, physically, whatever.
Too difficult.
Look, if he wasn't in a relationship with Karen, I wouldn't care so much. I'd be like, sure, go for it.
Oh, please, that's barely a relationship.
Well, still is one.
And I don't think that they have officially, like, said that they were exclusive.
It's like, oh, I just want to bone her really bad.
Oh God, what if Karen comes by?
This couch looks comfortable, though.
I'm really late.
Have a good day in court, Matthew.
I would be so frustrated if I was Foggy.
You said you'd be late. This is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know that, like, he's with Elektra.
Yeah, it's Elektra is the one that's pulling him away from his responsibilities. Boston, lie down before I drown you in the bathtub.
Yes.
All ready to begin opening statements.
Yeah, that'd be irritating.
That'd be very irritating.
Frank Castle brutally tortured and murdered 30 people.
Well, it's fine.
He took the law into his own hands. The victims are not on trial here today. And justice does not belong in the hands of a man like Frank Castle. This isn't the Wild West. This man is no hero. He's a serial killer.
She's good.
So are you.
The defendant, Frank Castle, is not...
I would be so pissed at Matt.
I mean, he was already irritated with Matt to begin with,
I know.
so he's just...
Embarrassing him like this. Speak from the heart, Foggy.
The only thing that you know for sure is that you're surrounded by an enemy that wants you dead. But you do it. You endure it. And you have a duty. You have people you love waiting at home. Aside from being a decorated Marine, the man before you is a good husband and an excellent father. But his wife, young son, and daughter, brutally murdered by criminals. And no one, certainly not the district attorney, stepped up to make it right. traded in one war zone for another.
Yeah.
Frank Castle is being used as a pawn to cover up that system's mistakes. The prosecution wants blood. They have to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's looking very rough.
That's a pretty thick slice of bullshit.
How have you been?
Look, I made a mistake, Karen.
My ex.
Thanks for keeping us afloat, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Reyes is calling the chief medical examiner.
I showed Frank a copy of his family's autopsy report. He claims they're faked, and Tepper's name is all over them.
Which you would have known had you shown up to the office at all.
Let me take the lead on it, buddy. Try at least. Let me get a crack at this guy.
Odds are slim that this clown's gonna incriminate himself.
Unless two brilliant attorneys can figure out a way to trip him up.
Tepper ain't talking without a fight. The DA's pulling his strings.
Foggy, single-handedly.
That's
Keeping them afloat.
So frustrating. Didn't you have your ex-girlfriend
Stop it.
sleep in your house last night? Didn't she put your
I
hand
think
on her
she's
thigh?
still there. He should just tell her.
I keep good company.
Oh, there, she's gone. She actually slept right there, right where Karen's sitting.
Could take all night.
You know what else could take all night? Oh, law school. Right.
I'm just waiting for like Elektra to like
Show
come
up.
into the apartment and
She would do that too.
Thinking nothing.
Because she's a manipulator.
obviously
She
has
like-
some serious flaws.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I didn't realize your
But
fling
come
was
on,
there.
so does Karen.
Everybody has flaws, but you know.
Think about the. You ever think back to the night we first met?
All the time.
I was afraid of the whole world. At least until you and Foggy came into my life.
You know what? They're actually even because she never told him that she shot what's his face, Wesley.
I feel like Elektra, though, is much more intentionally screwing with Matt's life
Oh,
without
for
regard
sure.
to consequence. Whereas Karen's trying to like tiptoe and you know.
I feel like at times Elektra wants to be the woman for him. Obviously, she's not very good about going about it, but
She just had like a little bit of integrity. It would help. It would go a long way. Listen to me talking about these people like they're actual human beings and not written.
But what about when the law fails? Like it did with me, like it did with Frank. You know, what are we supposed to turn to? What should we...
You're asking a Catholic lawyer.
I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity to tell her
Yeah.
that he's Daredevil.
Well, they do have their trial in 12 hours. Maybe not as good.
I keep asking myself if there's really a difference between someone who saves lives and someone who prevents lives from needing to be saved at all.
Like Minority Report.
I mean, he deserves a fair trial, but he's murdered people.
Yeah, by bad people.
It's not Frank's decision who lives or dies. That's up to God. Sometimes a jury. Tragedy, Karen, but it doesn't give him the right to kill.
It's literally us.
Vengeance is not justice. What he's doing is completely wrong.
Right or wrong, you can't deny that it works.
He's getting ticked off.
Karen, you work in a law firm.
You have a lot more in common with Karen than you thought.
I mean, that's not necessarily true.
You know, maybe this is a good time to call it a night.
Oh, Matt, come on, man. Slip her the old.
Elektra's getting to him.
I don't know. Maybe y'all should talk this one out. You know, take a breather. I don't know if leaving. Oh,
I don't know. I don't think that they can get anywhere until
it'll
they
be
have
fine,
an
but
actual
look,
conversation.
just take a deep breath. It's okay. We care about each other. We'll talk this out. Come on. Sorry for raising my voice.
Or
at
you could just break up with Karen and get back with Elektra.
Yeah,
And have some good sex.
Well, yeah, pros and cons, I guess.
I mean, have him and Karen even done it?
Well, he hasn't done it with Elektra yet, aside from the flashback.
Oh, she was there!
Tie a noose and test it on my neck. This is not a life, Matthew.
I may not give a damn about what I've made for myself, but that is what's most important to me.
Good for you, Matt.
She's hurt.
Oh, please.
You know your time.
She doesn't respect him. That's the biggest thing with Elektra.
44th and 11th.
You know it?
Yeah, Midland Circle. But before I fought Nobu, I found blueprints of Midland Circle. And what if he only acquired Midland Circle for the Japanese?
That's a curious riddle. Finish your homework. I'll do some recon.
The same caliber bullet. Each shot multiple times.
Thank you.
Cross your fingers.
I'm crossing everything.
Ew.
How many death certificates would you estimate you've signed in that time?
I don't, I have something I need to say. I need to say something about what I did.
Oh, he just made their job easier. What do you got?
Did not see that coming.
I altered the autopsy reports.
Yeah.
They warned me if I didn't fix the case reports, they'd come after my family next.
Did something happen last night to impact your testimony?
She was in my house. She tied me up. She said she didn't give a damn who got to me before. Face was covered, had some...
Your ME just confirmed that he doctored the autopsy report.
He also said that he'd been threatened.
Defense asked for a mistrial.
Not on your life, Mr. Nelson. Instructing the jurors to disregard anything they may have heard.
Your Honor, I strongly urge you to
Dang it, Elektra.
Uh-oh.
It was Elektra.
Oh my God. He's gonna be so mad.
Yeah, she's back in town.
Your ex-girlfriend?
The Yakuza didn't go away, all right? She's trying to help me stop them infiltrating.
What are you even talking about?
She was going up against...
It was crazy. I didn't know that she was homicidal.
She's,
Very homicidal, Foggy.
And she's very, very hot.
You lied again.
I lied, but...
Oh no. He's gonna be so mad.
I'm trying to help you.
You wanted to take this trial.
I never told her anything about the trial, all right?
The one witness that could have helped us do what I wanted to do, which I don't care, Matt. Oh, stop acting like these things just happen to you. Elektra is not the problem, Matt. You are.
Aw.
I mean, she's a little bit of the problem.
Going forward, I will count on you for nothing at all.
Aw.
Hey, I heard yelling.
Yeah, you should talk to Matt about it.
Hey, babe.
I deserve to know what is going on with you two, with you.
Asking as my coworker or my girlfriend? I'll see you tomorrow, Karen.
Maybe.
Ugh. Gotta hear every little under the breath thing.
Stop it.
That must be rough.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell did you do? I told you to stay out of my life.
We can't even use this testimony because of you.
I mean, I feel like in her own way, she's trying to help.
You know, I would say he should choke the life out of her, but she'd probably enjoy it too much.
At night, this is who you are, Matthew.
I mean, yeah, but that's like their
Anything else?
love language. He's got himself in quite the pickle.
Ugh.
You want to help?
You didn't want me to?
We're alone.
Empty. There's nothing in here.
I'm not gonna believe this.
Why are the Yakuza digging a hole? Did it hit the button?
No.
Tell me when it does.
All right, that was the end of the episode. What did you think?
That was quite the juicy episode. I really liked it a lot. You can definitely see the progression of Matt's downfall. The more Elektra is involved in his life, the sloppier he gets, the less focus he becomes on, you know, the Frank Castle situation. Being a terrible boyfriend, terrible friend, terrible lawyer, just across the board. But, you know, I know you're gonna bash Elektra, but I think in like her own weird way, she was trying to help him out.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure she was.
Obviously not the way to go about it, but she's Elektra. I feel like that's her love language.
Right,
you know,
right,
I'm gonna, you know, beat this man or threaten him to help you out.
Yeah.
To get him to confess.
She tried to help, I guess.
I really am hoping that Matt like gets honest with Karen. They have so many secrets between them that it is clearly affecting their relationship, and not just on a relationship level, but as a friendship level, co-workers. It's just like encroaching just them as a duo. So I'm hoping he's gonna get honest with her at some point. I 100% was thinking that like Karen was gonna do that whole thing where she like forgot something in his apartment and saw Elektra there.
Yeah.
It has to come to a head. I'm expecting it to come to a head. I mean, either that or Matt's just gonna like flat out tell her, which I don't know which route they're gonna go, but I'm expecting like the next episode or the episode after that to kind of delve into that whole debacle, because that's gonna be a mess. I mean,
yeah.
He's been working with her, the fact that they had a relationship, they've obviously been close, and then you have, it's even more complex because she screwed up the case.
Yep.
It was really, really good episode. I like Elektra. I cannot hate her. She's just so like entertaining, and she's truly screwing up Matt's life, but it's interesting to watch, and I just don't know what's gonna happen with the case next. I did not expect the medical examiner to get on the stand and say that.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming, so I thought it was really good, really juicy.
It sucks that they, are striking his whole testimony off, because of it. But I will say, I think Elektra is very, very entertaining as well. But the clash between Matt's personality and just his character versus that of Elektra, they don't mix, at least not with any type of longevity. And so I get frustrated on Matt's behalf when I can see that he's trying to do something, trying to be a good friend and do, be committed to his relationship.
Yeah, but don't
and then
you
Elektra
think,
always comes in and just
but don't you
meddles
think
with his life.
if he really wanted to put those boundaries in place, he could. He took on this thing with Elektra.
Well, Elektra being a master manipulator knows that, wait a minute, being a master manipulator knows that Matt also wants to take down the Yakuza. And so she's using that, something Matt wants, to get what she wants.
Yes, but he needs to pick and choose, Either he's going to go down that road, which is going to include working with Elektra, or he's going to focus on the other route of his life, which is, everything going on with this case, his relationship with Karen. He made that decision.
Right.
So he had to, he knows what type of person Elektra is. They know each other very well. So he knew that that was a risk, that she was going to throw in these little stunts. So at this point, I'm very much like, Matt, you're not putting in those roadblocks to stop her from doing
Right.
this.
The problem is that a lot of this stuff has been time sensitive too, though, with the Yakuza. There's only certain windows of opportunity that they can get information that they need. It forces Matt's hand, and Elektra uses that to her advantage because she's a master manipulator.
Yeah, but you know what? At this point, I'm like, he knows what type of person she is. He knew going in that he was going to encounter issues with her, that she was going to pull stunts like she has, and he can't have it both ways. He can't have Elektra and Karen in his life.
He doesn't want Elektra in his life. He said that many times.
But in order to get rid of the Yakuza or whatever, or expose them, he's choosing to work with her, knowing that he's keeping it from Karen, knowing that that is going to, by itself, create problems in his life.
Well, this might be the tipping point. We'll see, because now she's meddling in his actual livelihood and his friendships and relationship. So.
Yeah, it is definitely, and
but
you've
got to admit that Elektra is not a healthy person to be around.
Oh, I don't know. She definitely manipulates the situation to get what she wants. And Matt. But here's the thing. Okay, I think in her own way, she is trying to
She has her moments.
She's trying to be better, but I feel like she's so damaged and difficult that she doesn't necessarily know how to be the type of person he needs. I think she genuinely cares for him. I mean, are you gonna say that you don't think Elektra has any emotional attachment to him?
She probably does, but that doesn't justify her actions, though.
Agreed. Okay, but there's been, Karen is not perfect either. I just want to point that out, okay? Because I don't want this. I don't want Karen to be like this angel, and Elektra's the, the actual devil.
She's not, but Karen does respect Matt, and she values their relationship. She would never do anything to intentionally hurt Matt. I cannot say the same thing for Elektra.
Right. So honesty is a form of showing respect, right?
Yeah, if only Elektra would do that.
Oh, except for Karen hasn't been honest.
Oh, gotcha. You're right. That's something that they both need to work on. But there is a difference between lying so that you have a personal advantage.
You know what it is? I just don't like Karen and Matt together. So seeing Elektra in the picture, it gives me more of an excuse to dislike them and love Elektra. I don't like Karen and Matt together. I don't like their relationship. I've said it before, I like Karen and Foggy more than I like Matt and Karen. And also, if you look at their relationship, I just don't see it working. There's so much, obviously Matt and Elektra have their issues, severe rooted issues.
Right.
But Karen and Matt also have some serious issues.
Neither
Neither of them are
sure.
honest with each other. With Matt, it's multiple things he hasn't been honest with her about. And in some ways, I kind of feel like him and Elektra, their relationship is more honest. Like, him as a person, Elektra knows who he is.
Right.
I know what you're gonna say, but baseline, she knows who Matt is. He can be real with her. I mean, look at it. He can't be honest with Karen about anything with regards to like his true self.
Yeah, Daredevil side. I get that. The thing I would give Karen the advantage of is that I think that Karen and Matt really both want the best for each other, and they put each other in front of themselves. I do not feel that Elektra puts Matt in front of her. I think if the opportunity came where Elektra would have an advantage or some sort of, I guess an advantage in her own life, she would throw Matt under the bus.
She's opportunistic.
I do think that she's having her little moments where she's, showing that she cares. She's trying to help out a little bit here. But I think, honestly, like if Elektra would fix that huge character flaw, she would be great for Matt. I'm not arguing with you there. But the way she is now, manipulative, opportunist, lying,
I think she's a
disrespectful.
I think she's a bad apple that truly wants to be better, but she doesn't necessarily know like how to go about that, what to do, like what the correct thing is. And I have more sympathy for her, I guess, because...
But you made a good point about Karen and Matt, keeping things from each other. That is something they absolutely need to confront, for sure.
Yeah, but the question is, it can't just be one person. Even if Matt comes clean with Karen, Karen has her own things that she hasn't confronted and dealt with regards to Matt. So it's like, I don't know. As far as that goes, I feel like, yeah, Elektra and Matt definitely have their issues, but at least they can be honest about the type of person they are with each other. You have to admit that's one thing that they have that Karen and Matt just do not have.
Sure.
I'm a little more sympathetic for Elektra's character. I don't think she's a great person. I would not want to be friends with her in real life. But in this series, I like her. I like her character.
Yeah, she's very entertaining, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think she adds a lot of extra drama and a lot of
and their
difficult circumstances
you
for the show.
cannot deny their chemistry. I mean,
Yeah,
anytime they are on screen, I'm like...
Yeah, they have some sexual tension for sure.
And they've already done it. So like that chemistry has like still remained.
Just been boiling up, bottling up.
Yes, but things like with regards to Foggy, Karen, and Matt, as far as a trio, are really horrible right now. They're all at odds. I mean, and I'm like, what are they gonna do now with that testimony being thrown out?
Yeah.
So it's a very good episode. They did a great job of kind of throwing a wrench in there. It's keeping me guessing.
Yeah. But those are just some of our thoughts. We'd love to know your thoughts on the whole Elektra Matt, Karen Matt, the trial, all that stuff. So let us know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. It does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe so you'll be notified next time we post a Daredevil episode. And consider checking out Patreon. You'll get to watch the full-length reactions along with us, and you'll get early access to select videos. But as always, Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone.